You are now about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
Hey, yo, grab your shoulder pads and your helmet. Let's get this work. Hustle and motivate.
5 young men from Compton, fed up with poverty, racism, and police brutality, turn their pain into power. They become NWA, the most dangerous group in America, the voice of the voiceless, the raw truth from the gutter. But what if that story was only half true? What if NWA was real, but their rise was orchestrated? What if it was a psychological operation?
In about 4 seconds, a teacher will begin to speak. I think very
Is use your ear gate. Listen. There's going to be some conversation talked about this. The hidden secrets behind hip hop and what it really entails and what others have been brainwashed, even in today's music.
When you follow the money, things stop looking random. The rise of gangster rap, the fall of conscious music, the explosion of private prisons, the silent hand of the state moving in the background. It starts to feel less like a cultural movement and more like a controlled demolition. It all begins with NWA. The year is 1988. The crack epidemic is destroying black communities. The war on drugs is a war on the poor. The CIA's role in funneling cocaine into LA is whispered but not reported. Police brutality is routine, and rap? Still dominated by messages of empowerment. Public Enemy, KRS-One, Queen Latifah. Then out of nowhere drops Straight Outta Compton. Hard, violent, ruthless. F the police wasn't a metaphor.
In about 4 seconds, a teacher will begin to speak. I think very
I remember when first hearing about NWA, when they came out, it's like they came out of nowhere. It's like a person that has been hiding, and all of a sudden they just come out the woodworks, you know? And it took everybody by storm. Like, who the hell is this group? Because you got to understand, back in the 90s, when you're talking about conscious rap, you know, it was not just beats, but it was the message. The way hip hop is now, the way the music industry is now, it ain't nothing like the way it was back in the 90s. I mean, you could even go as far as the 80s because it made sense. People did it, you know, when people did music, you felt the love. You rocking rhymes, but you ain't saying nothing.
It was a warning shot. The world panicked. The media called it dangerous. Politicians called it criminal. But the music industry couldn't get enough of it. Why would the same system that bans books bankroll music that glorifies murder, misogyny, and drug dealing? Simple. That was the plan. Take Eazy E. Before the fame, he was in the streets. But how did he suddenly get the cash to launch Ruthless Records? Distribute nationally, run ads, build a movement? Some say drug money. Others think it goes deeper. Silent investors, hidden partners, people who didn't care about music, but cared a lot about influence. Then there's the Republican fundraiser. Yes, Eazy E, fresh off F the Police, gets invited to dine with George H.W. Bush. He paid to be there, but why was he welcomed? You think the White House just lets that happen?
In about 4 seconds, a teacher will begin to speak. I think very
A lot of things is a setup. And see what most are not paying attention to. I guess some are waking up, starting to see certain things now. When you sell your soul to the devil will come to collect in so many ways.
Now step back. The CIA has a history of using media to shape culture. Operation Mockingbird, controlling the press. MK Ultra, testing trauma-based mind control. COINTELPRO, dismantling black power movements from within. After they took out Malcolm, MLK, and the Panthers, what was left to kill? The spirit, the message, the culture. And that's where gangster rap comes in. In the 2010s, a letter leaked from a supposed music executive. It described a secret meeting in 1991, a handful of label owners, a private agenda. The goal? Flood the market with gangster rap, build a pipeline from music to prison. Why? Because the same people funding the music had stock in private prisons.
In about 4 seconds, a teacher will begin to speak. I think very
A large number of individuals have stock in private prisons. That's one of the main reasons why private prisons ain't going nowhere. I work in corrections. I know a lot of the insides and the outs. Your favorite rap artists don't think that they don't have a stake in private prisons, because they do. An inmate in one bed, you talking about $480. That's in one bed. To have an ICE detainee in one bed, you talking about $500 and some odd dollars. One ICE detainee in one bed. So you think about that, do the math.
The letter was never confirmed because the message changed, because the money changed. Dr. Dre leaves NWA, launches Death Row with Suge Knight. That label becomes ground zero for gangster rap's second wave. Snoop, Tupac, Dogg Pound. But behind them, Interscope Records. And behind Interscope, major investors with ties to military contractors and political lobbying firms. So let's stop pretending this was about art. When billionaires fund music that tells young black kids to kill each other, sell drugs, and disrespect their women, that's not culture.
And also when it tells women to disrespect a man, slang cheeks, keep division amongst their own. What do you mean? Look at the different programs that they have and the starting lineup. But you can't have no man in a home, living in a home with you. Or else that program, you're disqualified.
In about 4 seconds, a teacher will begin to speak. I think very deep.
And you look at the way how a large number of women behave today. Feminism. You have a large number of women talking about they don't need no man, but that shit wasn't being talked about years ago. This whole dynamic shift, all this was planned. How people would treat you because you're speaking against something that goes totally against what is natural and what is right.
That's policy. Between 1985 and 1995, violent lyrics in rap spike 400%. Private prisons explode. Police get military gear. Conscious artists get buried. Gangster rap goes global. This wasn't just music. This was social engineering. The blueprint was simple. Take kids from poverty, hand them a mic, promote the most extreme voices, glorify the violence, profit off the fallout. And guess what? The ones who didn't play along? Pac starts talking revolution, dead. Dead Prez, blackballed. X-Clan, erased. Nipsey Hussle builds economic independence, murdered.
In about 4 seconds, a teacher will begin to speak. I think very deep.
You better not talk about what is right. You better not build an infrastructure that's going to benefit men and women, especially black men and women. Black women, you better not talk about what is right. You better not encourage other black women to keep their man. You better not talk about anything good and put it on the internet for other women to listen to. You better not do that. Or we're going to have so many women come against you and shame you. We want to keep the chaos going. We want to keep the division going. How dare you sit up there and talk about what is right? You are not allowed to do that. We want the chaos. We want the violence. Why? Because even in the midst of chaos and violence, there's money to be made.
Demon time, drill, lean culture, all climb the charts. The more destructive the message, the bigger the budget. Because this wasn't about expression, it was about control. So let's go back. Did NWA know what they were part of? Maybe not. Maybe they were just telling their truth.
They knew what they were a part of. That's why Ice Cube backed out. Ice Cube saw it coming. Listen to Ice Cube's song, No Vaseline. He saw it coming. That's why he went solo.
But the system around them knew exactly what it was doing. Take the pain, exploit it, monetize it.
Yeah, that's the thing. When all this stuff that we
Weaponize
see,
it. Push destruction and
when all the stuff that we see, you get individuals that are paid to push an agenda. Look at your favorite rappers that you see in this generation. Do they really like what they doing? No, because if you read body language and facial micros, you can already tell and see that they don't like what they're doing. They're being told to push a certain product. They're being told to rap this way. They're being told to look this way.
In about 4 seconds, a teacher will begin to speak. I think very deep.
That rapping style that we want you to rap, motherfucker, you gonna rap it. Tell you what to write. Damn that. Guess what? We don't even want you writing. We have a ghostwriter for you to write your material. You say what we want you to say. That's it, that's all. Don't ask no damn questions. And if you speak out, we got some people that's gonna come pay you a visit.
And then sit back while the streets burn themselves alive. So here's the question the media won't ask. Was NWA the start of a musical revolution?
In about 4 seconds, a teacher will begin to speak. I think very deep.
Look at my man Eazy E with the left eye, with the one eye, the all-seeing owl. If you're not paying attention, you're not gonna know. NWA was paid to carry out an agenda, and they did that. And when Ice Cube really saw the trees from the forest and he went solo, yeah, he caught a lot of criticism. But the more people begin to wake up, the more people begin to see Ice Cube's perspective, then it was like, you know what? You did the right thing by leaving.
Or the launch of a psychological operation designed to destroy a generation from the inside out? You be the judge. You already know what to do.
It's your boy Big Truck. Go ahead and live your best life, one.